So welcome back, Cosmic viewers. So today we are going to be working on removing the staples of the inner pages. Shout out to Immaculate Comics. We're using the capable staple tool and the staple remover. And the goal is obviously to get the staples out. And also there's a piece left over from the cover that we need to get out as carefully as we can and salvage that piece so we can mend it back onto the cover itself. So let's begin. I'll try to make these videos not so boring. We'll try, but I can't promise you guys anything. And I just wanted to say thank you everybody to the comments on my last video over that Incredible Hulk issue 110. Thank you so much, and I will be giving you guys more details on the rules as far as winning that issue for the 100th subscriber, but we will get to that. We are not too far away from reaching that goal. Thank you all once again. Let's see here. Trying to get this to come up. And we got one to come up. And now this thing's got these holes in it where you can kind of put, well, you can put it in there to stabilize it so it won't move on you and give you some form of stability. And if any of you guys are interested in this issue, let me know in the comments. Wow, that one came out pretty straight. All right. Let's go ahead and get that out. We've got our first staple out of the way. We'll remove some of that rust later on. And I already got my tape folded over from the edges so just I can grab it so it won't stick onto my fingers all the time. And I got a B for the bottom, T for the top. And we'll lay it just like we took it off for references. And there is that. There's one. Move that to the side. And now for the fun part. That was the easy part. It's this staple that's going to be a little tricky just because it's sideways. And that should not be like that. How that happened? Only if the book could talk. Ugh. And how did it wrap around the pages? This one's going to be all kinds of fun. I've never seen anything like this. So we'll have to straighten this out for sure. And I can feel the rest of that staple right there. Yeah, see, there it is. maybe. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that no more. So we'll lift this up. Oh, okay, hang on. This is starting to rip other areas we don't need to be ripped. So let me see. Bear with me, people. This is the first for me. Never even run across a video with a similar issue. So we are just gonna tackle it as best as we can. We already got to mend these center pages anyway, but trying to avoid any more tears as much as possible. How did this happen? Jesus. Well, at least my dogs stopped barking. Okay. So I got that part straight. Not straight up, but we got it up. Now we can kind of get these pages over to the side. Without putting any more tears into the book. And there it is. There is the culprit. So let me get my tweezers. See if I can work this out. See where I'm at. Okay. So now we probably have to. Whoa. Okay, I see what's going on now. So I believe this staple right here, could be wrong. It looks like somebody placed this staple, because that's not the right kind of staple. And our original staple might still be on here. Okay. So this might be... All right, let's get this page. See all these little bits and pieces coming off? We're gonna try to hang on to those and utilize those and putting them back on the wraps, because we probably are gonna need a lot of them. Okay. Man, this thing is gonna require some work. Yep, there it is. Wow, I did not see that when I first got the book. That's how badly damaged this thing was. Can you guys see that? There's the original staple right there. Let's see if I can get the lighting. It's right there. That's the original staple. The reason I seen it was because you can see it over here kind of shine a little bit, and then there's the piece of the cover. So that was put on sometime later on, and And they just ruined the book by doing that even more, instead of just leaving it like it was, in my opinion. Okay, so now we got to fold these over to remove that staple. So we will move this staple out of the way because that's not the original. We're probably not even going to use that ever again. And this thing is just buried in there. I'm not left-handed. We are going to try. All right. All right, we got that side up. We'll fold that back over. We can fix that. Okay. Not one too bad. Now let's push this bad boy out. Success. So it looks like this. Okay. Just so we can try to put that back close to how exactly it was. Excuse me. Just had some coffee. All right, so we got that out of the way, and there is our piece that we were trying to get. Hey, success. Still see some of the green on there. You guys see that? But yeah, we got that out of the way. Let me just set this over here. So now we can assess a little bit more of the book. How bad this thing really is. Pieces are just coming off. I'll tell you guys what, sorry. I'm not gonna bore you guys too much with all this right here. You guys pretty much see the extent of the damage that's already been done. And we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. But for now, we did what we wanted to do. I will pause this video, clean up my area, and we will continue to work on the front cover. Because like I said, we couldn't work on the cover until we got that piece out, which we did, so stay tuned. All right, so for our next process, we will start the mending. So thank you for tuning in, watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned until the next one.